is that you don't have to go into detailed measurement. You just have to number it, like how many water closets are there, how many showers are there, how many taps are there, how many sinks are there, and you number them, and all the associated joineries, your junctions, pipes, whatever, would become part of that automatically. Right? So that is the thing. Now, incoming water supply, including meters, valves, connections, and insulation. That would be your one thing which you'll be measuring in meters, or that would be your pipe which is coming in. So remember, incoming water supply is coming all the way from the junction outside the site. So there would be a trench happening. The water pipe is coming through the trench, and there will be some kind of walls happening over there. And then it will go into your water meter and all that thing. And from there, it comes into your site. So all that connection to the main water source, including the trench, would be measured in meters. Right? Then the water supply pipe work, which is happening inside the building. This is 16.01 is coming to the building with under the trench and with all that kind of thing. This would be your cold water supply pipe work to fittings and outlets. So how many outlets we have got basically for the cold water? So you'll be having one outlet in shower, one in the sink, one in somewhere else, So just count the number of outlets. That's what you need to do. You don't have to measure the length of the pipe going to each outlet, from your water meter onwards, basically. Then
sorry, Ajay, sorry,
yes.
just about 1601. So we're measuring from the so
for example, this is your site.
All right. From the road, yeah.
So you got your water connection coming very close to your site somewhere over here, right? Then what you do is you dig a trench basically, and your water comes down through the trench, and you got some isolation walls or something over there. Then you got a water meter happening somewhere very close to your site.
Yeah.
And then it goes through the trench over here, comes up and enters into your building. Right?
So when you say site, you're not talking about our building, you're talking about the whole site.
This site basically, yes. So water is coming from the outside and going through a trench over here. This is your 16.1 until this point.
Right.
Right. And from there, the water is already inside the building, and now it is going to different outlets. So there is a network going over there. So you don't have to worry about the measurement of the network. You just need to measure the number of outlets.
Got you. Yeah.
Similarly, your hot water supply pipe for fitting. So same thing from your HSC, your hot water is going to different outlets. So just count the number of outlets where it is going, and then you have to mention in your details that it includes all the walls and the insulation required.
Sorry, does that includes the so O2 and O3 that we have to take the hot water sonde into consideration?
That is 16.04.
All right, so I didn't even read that. Sorry, I was just continuing following you. So okay.
All right. Then for your hot water cylinder, you need to just mention the details, and then you need to again number them. How many hot water cylinders you got. Similarly, if you got a pump, anything which is pumping back, water, you may be having a retention, a tank over there or detention tank over there or whatever. It's pumping back the water. So you need to number them as well. Flushing systems. So how many flushing systems you got? Yeah. So make sure that you mention about it. And then you got sanitary fittings. So your sinks, your bowls, including the taps in the sinks and traps and all, in the walls. So just the number of sanitary fittings, stating the type of fitting. So this is all about the water coming in, and then you got your water going out. Then you got this 16.0. So how it is going out, the soil wastewater piping to the fitting. So how many fittings are there? Again, number of fittings. If you got any storage tanks, as I said, like you got retention tank or anything, just number them. If there is any acoustic insulation happening that the sound of the water should not be heard, that's put a sum towards it. So it's pretty easy. If you go and check your drawings, you'll know how many sinks are there, how many water closets are there, how many showers are there, how many taps are there. If there's a kitchen sink over there, So all those things, you got your urinals and over there. So you might be having a flushing system in the urinals there. So all that you need to basically number them. You don't have to worry about what is the length of the pipe, what is the type of the pipe. Just mention with all the, including all the taps, traps, walls, for that to install.
So, so thank you. So flushing system, that's a cistern. Is
Yep,
that, yeah.
That could be cistern as well.
And the soil waste overflow and vent piping fittings. So that is all of our sumps and whatnot, is that right?
Not some. This is not a stormwater thing.
Ah, right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Soil waste overflow.
So any wastewater, any overflow, which is for your overflows, you've got different pipe system going over there. So in your sinks, if you see there's an overflow hole over there.
Yeah.
So that is pertaining to that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty easy. You can do it easily. So just number them, and when you go and see your comparative rates, you'll be given the rates for the water closets. You'll be given the rate for the showers. You'll be given the rate for the hot water cylinder. You'll be given the rate for the pumps. You'll be given the rate for the flushing systems. Everything, and you can easily put a dollar value against it. Once you have counted it, it's one of the easiest one to do.
Yeah.
When it comes to 6035, when it comes to 6034, not too easy.
Not so much, yeah. But we're not doing the plumbing. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. Thank you. Are you going to be there on Wednesday, or you don't know?
Yeah, I will be there.
I mean Thursday, sorry.
Yep, I'll be there, yes.
Hi, Ajay, can I quickly asking while we on this page, because I want to know about suspended ceiling for this as well. So it's E14, I think.
E14?
Who's showing that can scroll up a little bit of the page? Yeah, so we have ceiling finish, right? So we have two types. So it's the Aqualine for the wet areas and the ceiling tiles for the rest of the other area. So when we in terms of doing this 6035, how
this will be your total ceiling area.
yeah,
including your including your Aqualine as well as your grid
Yeah.
suspended system.
Mm-hmm.
That will be the total ceiling area.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got different linings. So where you got your Aqualining would come over here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
If you got any beam cladding, as I told you, like anything, so area of each type in square meter. The proprietary one, the suspended one, would be counted over here, 14.06.
Yeah, 14.06. So
Yeah.
when we calculating this in this time and at this stage, do we considering about those using an average high as well for the upstairs?
Yes, you need to mention the drop of the ceiling. So you need to do that. And remember, you got two different kind of proprietary suspended ceilings.
Yeah.
So one would be 14.06.1, the other would be 14.06.2.
So for that 14.60, we will have two items under that.
Yeah.
Good.
If you got
Do you think it's
different kind of-
necessary? Yeah. It's the Assonnet and the rondos, right?
yeah,
When it says including ceiling finish on this, so 14.01 is already linings and finishes. So we put the linings, the Aqualine linings there, right?
that would be a plaster bed. Yeah.
And then we put the tiles on the other one, on the 14.06.
Yep. So those would be your tiles over here. So
All right, good.
Yeah.
So for 14.01, just the gyp finish.
Yep.
Okay. On the next element, we are doing fixings and fixtures. So my understanding of this is we pretty much just
go and see your kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchenette.
The kitchenette.
So that is the 15.2, right? 002.
So kitchenette, what you got? If you got a sink units over there.
Yeah. So
If
when
you
we
got any
when we're
lockers-
talking about bench unit and bench top, which is the 0.5 and 0.6, I'm assuming we're using the 0.5 only, right?
So
What is the difference between these two?
now bench tops basically is so bench top basically is maybe your
Is
your
it
fixtures.
Ajay, is it like bench top, we have nothing under that, like no cabinets?
Yes, that's it.
Your bench top is going to be a kind of like granite things where you put like on your
And then when I'm looking at the kitchenette
See,
elevations and
there are two things
elevations and
happening.
details.
Remember, one is that you have got all those shelvings, your
Mhm.
storage happening. So this is done separately, and then on top of that, you put a bench top.
Yeah.
So bench top could be, as he said, like you could be your granite, could be your artificial stone, could be your timber, could be your steel, could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
So bench top is measured separately.
When it says dishwasher machines underneath, is that dishwasher machine gonna be a part of this?
Yeah, that's a fixture.
Okay.
Your ovens, your dishwashing machines, those are part of fixtures, isn't it?
Oh, I thought that was under special equipment because it's noted there. Dishwashers is specifically mentioned.
Is it?
Yeah. I
Let
saw
me
it this
see
morning.
here.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, then probably would be.
Okay. Yeah. I will have a really good detailed
This
look
is
on
this
that
is
as well.
more about all the vanity work you'll be doing. Your cupboards, your all those kind of things.
Yeah.
So even
Ah.
if you're doing if you got a dishwasher over there, you need to make a space for that. There has to be
Yeah.
a spacing done for that.
Yeah. When we in terms of calculating the bench unit,
Mhm.
we stating the size. What like, do we like
Yeah.
how
so it
tall
is
it is?
25 mm thick, 150 by 45 bench unit. Yeah, and then that's how many of them? You've got 5 of them. That's it.
5 of them? 6 of them?
No, I'm just giving you an idea.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Right. Oh, one more thing. About the ceilings again. Sorry. You know, we don't. Last time, on the previous tutorial, I mentioned about ceiling access. Should we consider that for this for 6035 if we need it, or we probably think that we need it at this stage?
No, see over here, the ceiling access again, basically, it is something which is decided, at a later stage. Which side, where you want it. Do you want it to be, exposed to everybody? Do you want it to be
Right.
concealed in a wardrobe or somewhere else?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it is something you do not know.
All right, good. And then, okay, come back to this fitting and fixtures. I know that we don't have any lockers and any like staff rooms at the moment, like needs equipment for that.
If it's not given to you, don't worry about it.
Okay, don't worry about it. So only do
Anything-
what is
the
being
one-
shown on the
The one
drawing.
which has been given to you in the drawing is the what you'll be making.
Fantastic. Oh, good. Let me check. I think that's all I need to know. Let me check.
I think E16, E14, 15 has been clear to you guys now. It's very easy.
Yeah, I've just got one. If you're finished, when? If
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Go ahead,
sure?
Monica.
Yeah. Okay. So 16, just can you scroll down? So I've just got one question. It's popped into my head.
Mhm.
Yeah, so where it says 16, enumerated, what does that mean? Because everything else is either enumerated or length. So when we're doing the total, what does that mean?
Which one you're asking about?
So 16,
So element 16, this one over here.
yes.
Yep. So it basically, it is enumerated. The element unit is numbers. All right. So you that is the main unit over there for the sanitary plumbing, basically. And normally you enumerate the number of outlets,
But
which
what
is there.
about, so 1601 wouldn't be included in that?
It is there. Only 1601 is the length which you'll be doing meters. And I told you that this is the water coming from the main supply
Yeah,
into your site. So there is a bit of trench work happening over there.
right.
So that is measured separately because you need to measure for the trench.
Yes.
So there is a cost over there. So that's where it has been measured in length. Rest everything is enumerated.
So we would just total the rest of them, and then that would be the enumerated total. Is that what you mean?
Over here, yes, pretty much.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, almost 9 o'clock.
Good.
Got work, couple of hours work to do. Mm.
Anything else?
Thank you, Ajay.
Ajay, one more thing, element 9, we have stairs.
Yep.
Yeah, so it says meter rise times meter width.
Mhm.
That means we have to multiply the height and width.
Area in meter square, that is meter rise times meter width of each type of stair. So what would be that? You got stairs going like this.
Yeah.
What would be the rise?
So distance between one floor to other floor,
And what would be the width?
width of the stair.
Yep.
Okay. And in QV cost, I just have checked in Rollinson. It says traditional timber stairs, and width is mentioned, only
Mhm.
1,000 meter wide.
Yep.
Sorry, 1 meter wide.
Yep. So
So what-
the one you got is how much wide?
It is 1.25.
1.25. Just
Yep.
make a pro rata of that one.
Okay.
So if 1 meter is $10,
Yeah.
1 meter wide is $10.
Yeah.
Per square meter of stair. 1.25 would be $12.50 per square meter of stair.
Okay, so I add that much percentage.
Yep, just go pro rata.
Okay. Thank you, Ajay.
Mention it in
I-
your assumption. Make sure, because remember 6035 is all about assumptions.
Assumption, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Ajay, yeah, back to this suspended ceiling. You know, the ceiling lining finish, because the
Mhm.
wet area, it's using probably different height, not the jobs probably different. Do I have to do it items by the length of the jobs, like downstairs and upstairs different
So downstairs
jobs?
is, you're saying by the virtue of location.
Yeah, let's say that, because the upstairs toilet and downstairs toilet is different location. Yes.
So remember, it is not ANZ SMM.
Yeah.
So with ANZ SMM, you go with the location. You
Yeah.
measure them separately. Over
Mhm.
here, when you'll be doing your measurement, your 16.01 or whatever it is,
Yeah.
in your blue bit, in the first line, you'll do your downstairs one.
Yeah.
Second line, you do the upstairs one.
Right. But because the ceiling jobs is also different, do I need to do it? Probably for the ceiling lining finish, I don't have to consider, right? Because it's more like the aqualine chip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it is the same kind of ceiling,
Okay.
it is happening on first level as well as second level. You don't have to go and have another item number as per location.
Yeah.
Because it's not ANZ SMM.
Then on my so in this case, in 14.06, my 14.06.1, if I use, I'm doing the rondo systems, it's only the systems, because the ball has been measured on item 1, right?
No.
No. Okay.
Understand something. Okay, let me get you correct basically. We have got an aqualine board happening over there, which is happening in the wet areas.
Yeah.
The bathroom. So that is a ceiling lining basically,
Yeah.
because it is using plasterboard lining.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be measured in 16.01.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The system behind it, if it is a rondo fixed or whatever system it is, that system would be measured in 16.06 or whatever where you're measuring your
Yeah.
suspended.
A 14.06.
14.06.
Mm-hmm.
In 14.06, that would be one system. The other system would be your hanging wire one,
Yeah.
which is having the grid, tile system over there. So
Yeah,
that is your second system. So that would be 14.6.2. And then you will be having 14.6.3, where you'll be measuring your tiles in the same square meter area.
okay. Now, because the roundel systems are hanging the ceiling, the alkaline ceiling,
Mhm. But it
I
is
will
still a
put-
system. It is still
yeah,
a
so I
system.
put my systems under
14.06.
14.01 for pricing, 14.06.1.
Yep.
But my bore, my ceiling bore is
That is
under
lining.
40,
That is the lining. Yep. That's
yeah, under the
lining.
lining for pricing.
Yeah.
Then my Asonic systems will be under 40.06.2. Then my
Okay.
tiles for that systems will under 40.06.3.
Yep.
Okay, good. Got you. Really clear. All right. That would be the same area as my systems.
Yep. The
That
grid
is
would be the
using.
same. Yep. The grid
Yeah,
line.
okay, great. Thank you so much.
Any other question? You guys should work on that exercise for retention, and for that you need to first complete your measurement, do your pricing, come to a final cost, and then start working on your cash flows, because that is going to be very, very important thing. So you should not be taking that much of time what you took in first measuring 4 elements over there. You should be measuring your elements ASAP. That's why your group has been formed. And today is 30th.
And pricing them.
Yeah. So today is
Yeah.
30th. I think by Wednesday you should be done with your measurements, all that. By next Sunday you should be done with all your pricing,
Yeah,
so that you can work on your cash flow. Otherwise you will be struggling big time. Because
okay.
lots of mathematics is involved after that. And
Okay.
lots of things to be understood.
Yeah, understood.
Phew.
So please work with your groups, start going to campus, do it together, or have your, Zoom meeting or your WhatsApp, or like the other one, Google Meet, and please do it.